But to be honest, it's like, I mean, yeah, it's tough, dude, because I don't speak Spanish very often. I do speak it at home as much as I can when I remember. I teach Emiliano, hey, you're done eating, where's your plate go? And he's like, el lavabo. All right, go. Oh, where's this? And he'll learn, he knows numbers and phrases and words. I'm not sure he 100% understands. He just knows. Like, I'm teaching him Mande right now. So, like, I'm like, hey. He's like, what? I'm like, Mande. He's like, Mande. Like, I'm trying to teach him about that
one, man. That's a colonizer's tool.
I don't, man.
It's a colonizer's tool, bro.
I understand. I heard about that, but I ain't hearing no goddamn what. You ain't gonna tell me. You ain't gonna tell me what. You know what I mean?
Not in the colonizer's
language.
I'm
gonna colonize his. Right? You better learn some manners, goddamn it. You're right. I did hear about that, about the colonizers using that, whatever. But anyway, everything's got a shitty origin. Literally look up anything, and it's got some horrible, racist, oppressive origin, right? Like probably. Yeah. So
potatoes and conversations?
No, like papas, like we're dads. You know what? Yeah, potatoes and conversations.
What's up, guys? Welcome back. Episode 5.
Is it 5 already?
It is 5, man. We have spent a total of almost a whole lot of hours trying to set this up.
Right.
And maybe half of that actually recorded.
Yes.
And a quarter of that makes it to the video. So
yeah, but it's all for you guys, you know?
I know you guys just have to hear our opinions. I mean,
like I don't know about you, Mox. I got several messages like, when's the next episode coming out, you know?
Yeah.
Like, everybody's interested.
My biggest fan is my mom right now. I think she's great. Although she did find it and said that our papas is missing an accent mark. Because right now it's potatoes.
It's potatoes, yeah.
I told her that's the whole thing. It's innuendo, or not innuendo. It's a play on words.
Yes.
And she's like, yeah, but it's saying potatoes, and you guys are dads, right? It's papas.
It's like, maybe I'm also a potato. I don't know. I do like couches.
Potatoes. Come on. Like, we'll be all right.
I will say, my mom has been liking when I post it. I don't think she's watched it, which for my mom, I'll take it.
For her
I'll take it.
Yeah, we'll keep it.
But no, this is our new set, which is why it took us so long to set up today.
Yeah, I don't think they know, but I got here like 3 hours ago.
Yes.
And it's almost midnight again. So it's almost like we started over, right?
It really is.
Yeah, it's like
our first episode. Again.
Yeah. That was rough.
I'm a little more rested this time. I took my Adderall today, so I have more energy, you know? Yeah.
That's dope. Look at you. One of us is alert. I'm probably going to sleep next to Monty tonight because, goddamn, it's going to be rough. That trip back,
that's
I don't know how you do it when you visit, my guy.
But yeah, welcome to the new set. Hopefully you guys like it. Hopefully you like the vibe. And I guess without further ado, let's kind of jump into our first topic, which,
let's do it.
As you guys know, we know what we're talking about.
Yeah, everybody knows. Who isn't talking about this?
Yeah, we're talking about Luigi.
Oh boy, Luigi.
The GOAT. The GOAT.
Sir.
Yeah. So, do you think he did it? Do you think that's the first question?
I gotta be honest. I'm not sure. The way they set it out, it almost seems very like actor-y.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
right.
Like not only did some random person recognize him, which is how, right?
In a McDonald's.
And second of all, I seen the videos, right? I don't see bushy brows everywhere in that goddamn video, and out of nowhere he just shows up with slugs on his forehead. I don't know, man.
I mean, to be fair though, if it is or is not him, in the picture that they got of him, and just Luigi himself, that's a good-looking man.
Hey, man, I mean,
it's a handsome individual.
It's very interesting how apparently he comes from money.
Yeah,
I don't know if you know that. Sorry, guys. Oh, yeah. Apparently, he's his parents are wealthy or something like that. Yeah. He comes from money. He went to Ivy League school, valedictorian, and I'm just like, what the heck is going on here? This is kind of it's confusing. I don't know. It's not the typical person that would just kind of like
which is why I'm not buying it to him, bro.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so you're telling me this man had the foresight to hide a backpack full of Monopoly money, like he's the goddamn Riddler.
That's hilarious,
bro. But he keeps the literal smoking gun on his person.
I just don't get it. Everybody kept saying how like this guy's an amateur, but he's a slick genius, right? Like this man doesn't know how to hold a gun, but like he planned everything out meticulously and then gets caught at a McDonald's eating a hash brown at
I know.
McDonald's. That
Like, come
doesn't
on.
make any sense. I
Yeah.
don't get how that's the same person unless he just wanted to get caught.
I
Unless
mean,
he saw online
guess,
how
yeah.
people are like, we love this man, and he's just like, yeah, I think this
Yeah.
is it. This is what I want to be known
It's
for.
my claim to fame. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of. Either that or he's like severely mentally not okay. You know what I mean? Where he's just like, I don't know.
I don't know.
And then when
But-
they arrested him, he was shouting like crazy, right? He was like,
Yeah,
supposedly,
just random things,
like,
which
injustice and this and that.
yeah.
Which
I don't know, man. But what I did find hilarious, also, killing is not right. Vigilante justice is not right
It's yeah,
as the first option.
right.
But I'm just
right.
saying, anyway, what I did find super hilarious was before they caught him, when like the cops were coming out and doing their interviews,
Yeah.
and they were just gassing this man up.
Yeah.
They're just like, he's the greatest assassin we've
He is
ever
the
seen.
best. Yeah, we've never experienced anybody like him
Yeah.
before. And then
NYPD is like, I don't know if he's a pro, but if he's not, he should have went
he
pro.
might be a spy.
like I have my boys reviewing that video just so they can learn. You know, like
that's crazy. And
gassing
then
this man
he's
up.
just a random 25-year-old.
Yeah, with like a 3D printed gun or something. Which I don't know, man. Still don't buy it.
Is it 3D printed? I thought it was just like they're untraceable guns, right? Because I think what it is like you buy all the parts separately and then assemble it. That's what I assumed it was. Like it's why you can't. There's no VIN number. There's no anything on it. It's that the gun itself. You can buy every part of a gun. I think the only part of a gun that you have to register for is like the barrel. I think everything else you can just order online.
Oh yeah, because that would make sense. Because the barrels where the VINs are, and you scratch it off when you do illegal things.
So I don't know. I just assumed it was something like that. Unless it was like that Japanese assassination. Did you see that?
No, what?
A long time ago, this dude, it was I think it was some kind of political leader, and I think it's Japan. We should probably Google it. But this dude shows up and just assassinates this man. Right? He's giving a speech in public. They look at the gun. It's literally like 2 tubes, duct tape, black tape on a fucking 2x4. Like it's the craziest looking gun, dude.
Yeah.
Because I think guns are like
they're
heavily
illegal in
restricted.
Japan.
Yeah, like you're not allowed to have them. And he just like made this homemade gun.
Yeah.
I don't know. It looked insane.
Fires one shot.
It literally fired one shot. But I mean, when you're point blank, dude, it doesn't matter.
I mean,
it was like a
yeah.
shotgun. It was like shotgun shells. It took shotgun shells.
That's nuts.
And it looks crazy. So I was like, if it was something like that, yeah. But I'm pretty sure it was just a regular gun. He just didn't have any numbers or whatever. But
still don't buy it was him. But did you hear who ratted him out? Apparently,
yeah, some McDonald's employee, right?
Well, what I've been hearing lately, and I don't know, verify this, people. I've been hearing that the backpack he left behind with the Monopoly money, the company that makes it basically said, hey, give us the serial number on the backpack and we'll tell you like the order that it came from. Yeah, so apparently the company that made the backpack with the Monopoly money, like they said, like, give me the serial number and whatever, and they looked up the order number and they traced it back to Luigi, and they're using that as like evidence. That's what I've heard.
I thought it was a McDonald's chick.
Well, it was a McDonald's person that like ratted him out.
Lady.
Oh, okay. Well,
I don't know.
Lady.
Yeah,
I don't assume genders.
Yeah, I literally don't know because
I'm progressive.
I just heard from TikTok that it's a lady, but apparently, she tried to collect the money and they told her no, right? Because she didn't call the tip line; she called the police.
The police.
What's the difference? Aren't those lines recorded? Can't you tell she's the one they called?
Well, there was, from what I understand, and again, fact check me. There was 2 rewards. One was like the tip line and one was like the actual FBI or something. And it wouldn't make sense that the FBI wouldn't want to pay her out because if she called the cops, because now the cops are getting credit and the FBI isn't. So,
so like just...
Yeah, I've watched Law and Order.
Bureaucracy at work.
You know when the FBI rolls up in the shows and they're like, "This is my crime scene now."
Yeah. It's like, I didn't say Simon Says, so it doesn't count. Like, what the hell? That's And now her life is ruined, right?
Good.
Yeah, I think I hear like TikTok was saying that she lost her job and people hate her.
Oh,
of course she would lose her job. People would show up just to like cause this fucking trouble, right?
Yeah, facts.
Like,
why? Why?
I guess she thought she was getting that 10K. Not even, it was more than that, right? It's like 50K.
I don't know. I'm very much subscribed to the I'm a mind my business. You know, like why are you writing this man out?
Even if like if I knew 100% it was him, my anxiety would never. I'd be like, nah, what if it's not him? I'm just gonna, the police are gonna come arrest this poor man eating a hash brown in the corner. Like, nah, I just let it go.
Bro, I mean, even if I knew it was 100% him, I'd ask for his autograph.
That'd be dope.
Like, my boy,
man, can you sign the receipt real quick?
Yeah.
And obviously he'd probably shoot me there and then because I'm now a loose end, right? I mean, he's like, he knows where I'm at.
Yeah.
At least you died with honor, goddammit. No, I mean, I don't know. It is a situation that's, I don't know. I just don't. It seems so stupid the way he was caught with the manifesto, with the gun, with the book bag full of AK and like cash and like foreign money, and I don't know. I don't understand if he should have been out of the country by then, right?
I'm saying, bro.
I don't get. He used a fake ID to get there or something.
And like initially they were saying he's from Atlanta, but he was in Pennsylvania. Like,
I don't know. It just seems sketchy. It seems sketchy. And then did you see the lawyer on TV? They had like a
enlighten me,
whatever. They came up and his lawyer is something out of like a goddamn Sopranos or something, dude. It's amazing. This man is like, I don't see no evidence. There's no evidence. This is how much evidence we have. And he's like, you see it? You guys see it? Man. And I'm just like, this is awesome. This is amazing. Like
Johnny Cochran defense right there,
like,
bro.
I don't see if the glove don't fit, basically, right? And I'm just like, dang, this man is legit. Like Tony Soprano's attorney. And he's just like, we'll see, everybody. This is what this nation is built on, presumption of innocence until proven guilty. And I'm just like, that's the lawyer you want. That's the good, Better Call Saul kind of lawyer. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's crazy. It's awesome. You got to watch clips.
My question is, how are they going to find an unbiased jury? Like,
yeah, that's true. Everybody's been affected by some kind of.
Yeah. I feel like the left and right are very united in this, which is so rare. I will say
it's nice to see.
Yeah.
Like, it's almost refreshing. Like a post 9/11 kind of like solidarity right now. Where everybody's like, nah, is it really that bad?
Like, I hate liberals, I hate conservatives, but fuck the insurance companies.
Fuck those CEOs, dude. I think we can all unite under that. It's just crazy because it's like, I didn't even understand why he killed him. All I had to know was that he was the CEO of United Healthcare, and I'm like, oh, okay, I see it. I understand what's going on. And then it wasn't until they went into deeper details about him creating that program that automatically denies 30% of
90.
What?
90% of claims were denied with that AI tool.
And it's like 80. They made like, it's $80 billion, something like that, $8 billion.
Yeah, like
some insane number.
Rose some absurd amount because they denied. Yeah,
and I'm just like, I mean, the number of people that have probably, I mean, I seen the comments on Reddit. They're like, my mom passed away because they were denied her claim for cancer treatment and all this other bullshit. And I'm just like, I mean, people are literally dying, dude. When you deny claims like that, it's not like, okay, you're saving a buck, but people like legit rely on medication, on treatment. And it's like, people don't feel bad for you, bro. Like, they really don't. It's just that same day, the other company was trying to release the limit on anesthesia.
Was it Blue Cross Blue Shield?
Blue Cross. Yeah. And then after they found out, he legit, they're probably going to wait. They're going to wait like a month or two.
Yeah, they're going to roll it back out.
Yeah. But, I mean, it's really interesting to see that there are some people coming out and saying, like, it has made a difference temporarily, at least, where CEOs are kind of like, maybe we should chill out. You know?
That makes me believe that he didn't do it because they have to catch him, right? Because if they don't, it opens the door for copycats. It's like, oh, he got away with it. I can get away with it.
Yeah.
But like,
I think there's still going to be copycats.
Yeah. Which
I think that's the craziest thing about copycats is like, you see a lot of all the school shooters and shit like that. They want that glory. They want the fame. They want something, right? Even if it's dark and twisted, they want someone to feel pain. And if they see this man being praised and like literally the face of the internet right now. I mean, you can't tell me they're not gonna jump on it.
Yeah.
Who's next, right? Like I'm just like, God damn. And it's crazy because like even though a lot of CEOs have made some statements where they're just like, yeah, that's crazy. We're gonna chill out. The new CEO of United Healthcare, do you hear what he said?
Oh no.
He said, yeah, we're not gonna let them. We're gonna keep. He said specifically, we're gonna keep doing what we're doing.
Fucking asshole.
To deny like wasteful claims or something like that. Like he I forgot the statement specifically, but he's like, no, it's not.
You're paraphrasing.
Yeah. I mean, I guess he has to be like, you can't just be like, oh, we're gonna change everything. He wouldn't be CEO if he give a shit, right? But that was such a wild statement to me because I'm just like, bro, you literally just said, oh well, I don't care. Like, that's on him.
Yeah. But you know, I do have my Halloween costume for next year. You know, I'm gonna get me a green jacket with a hood and then check it out.
Get you those fake mustaches, put them on your eyebrow. yeah. Yes, sir. And you saw they had the lookalike contest downtown. It was like 5 or 7 dudes, like dressed as him.
Yeah, that's
saying they had somebody had a sign to pose. Was it
deny, defend, oppose?
And it was a bunch of like, it was crazy. Some dude eating McDonald's. like it's just yeah. So it's kind of funny. People are not taking it serious, dude.
No,
and I mean,
and you shouldn't take it seriously.
Yeah,
because you know why? Everybody else in that company didn't take it seriously.
Yeah.
He was on his way to his little meeting.
Yeah.
It started on time.
Right, exactly.
They walked over his body and were like, no. We gotta keep capitalism going. Jesus.
Right. I feel like we're just gonna keep going down this rabbit hole.
I work in corporate America and I hate capitalism.
Right.
I don't know.
You're just like, man, this is horrendous.
Yeah, as I feed into the machine.
Right. Somebody should really do something about this. And he's just shoveling gold into the goddamn machine.
Hey, my baby grows fast.
Right,
okay?
Exactly.
I'll close those clothes so quick.
I know, dude.
But switching gears a bit. Beforehand, you brought up Pokemon, and I had no idea what you're talking about.
So Pokemon Go, right? Everybody loves it.
In 2015,
fan, right?
Yes.
2015. I've never seen the world so united, right? I mean, it was amazing. Everyone was walking around, people meeting up, entire like subreddits, and like.
I remember day one, awesome. I couldn't log in. The servers crashed.
Wow,
crazy.
That's crazy, and it was so much fun. I mean, literally seeing all these people out in the streets, and I mean, it was awesome.
Yeah.
And it's still going on. Not a lot of people have. Some people still play, obviously. But I recently found out the company that owns them, Niantic, I think, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they came out with, I want to say it's like their version of Google Maps.
Okay.
And it was leaked, I think, or they stated that they used the data collected from Pokemon Go to create these maps. And not only that, but when they wanted more pictures of some kind of like statue or significant item, they would put a fucking Pokemon there and get people to get, and they would just collect all the data of all the pictures to form their environment, whatever, for that app. And I'm just like, I'd be kind of pissed if I was like a hardcore Pokemon Go player and I found out I'm being used. It's like, I mean,
you're an unpaid intern.
What the hell, dude? Like, goddamn. Now I feel like I did all that walking for no reason. I mean, what the hell?
I don't know, man. They gave you a Charizard in return.
They did give you a Charizard, but I mean, God, I feel like that's insane. I feel like if people found out about that, would they still be playing? You know what I mean?
At least Google has their little cars. They do their own work.
They pay somebody. Yeah. Now it's like, this is what like physical AI feels like. Because you know how people say AI is stealing work from other people, but you don't really know, right? It's just implied. This is literally like
you're training the algorithm.
Yeah. And I was just like, damn, dude, this is kind of mean. This is kind of evil, dude. No.
It makes sense. Honestly.
It does make sense, but I mean, at least ask or let them know. Hey, just like this data might be used
terms of service,
whatever. Bro. I mean,
but as far as like what is realistic, or like I could see courts being like, yeah, of course. What do you think they're going to do with that data?
Yeah, all that data. Why wouldn't they? I think
exactly.
It's almost as if they had we have all this data. What are we going to do with it? Let's build an app.
Yeah,
like that might be what happened, right? Like
Honestly, they probably built that app after they sold it to the
That's what
highest
I'm
bidder,
saying.
you know?
Like, they
they're selling
probably,
your data for sure.
They probably had no clue what to do with that information. We're collecting a lot of data. Like, what are we gonna do with it?
Let's make the next waves.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. I mean, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's just silly. I don't know. I mean, I can see most people probably don't give a damn, but I feel like it's kind of like, just be straight up, be open about it. You know, hey, we might use your data for something else. I guess. I mean, what am I gonna say? No, not catch Charizard.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? I just walked 3 miles to get here. I'm not gonna turn around.
I don't want to be not.
I'm at least take a picture for myself. Like, the playground.
See, that's where I think I would draw the line, where it's like, yeah, whatever. You're seeing where I'm going. The second that like my picture shows up, I'm like, all right, bro,
hold up. You're actually holding on to these? Like, hold up, what's going on here? Like.
But did you see the Nurse Hannah situation?
I heard about it and said she's like, you need to look this up because
it's crazy.
I'm like, what's going on?
So she's a TikToker whose whole thing is called realistic motherhood, which to me is just like, you're a shitty mom.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not a mom, but some of the stuff she shows, I'm like,
that's insane.
That don't seem right.
That is not. Yeah, it ain't.
I'm not a mom, but I'm married to a mom. Right.
But I've seen them do their thing, and that's not it. Yeah.
So it all kind of came to a head with there was like a video of them at the grocery store. Her son was like crying or like having a little temper tantrum, and the dad comes over and it looks like he's giving him like something like a Pop-Tart or Uncrustable or something. Kid immediately goes,
oh yeah,
like flinches. And as a child who got his
flinches
regularly, I know that look.
Who got 2 for flinching regularly.
Yes. So people on TikTok were like, no, that's is a prototypic response for a kid who's been abused.
Yeah.
And people were like, I don't know, you're blowing out of proportion. So then other TikTokers were like, no, I'm gonna prove it to you. And they got their kids and they were just like it looked like they were jumping them. They were just like, and like the kids would just be like,
what are you doing? Yeah.
And to be frank, I tried it on Nate.
Did she flinch?
Well, she's older, so she has like a natural like.
Okay, Christian.
But she didn't like.
We know
she wasn't scared. She just went and then like she started swinging back. And I was like, I never made contact. Relax.
Like, that's for trying. Yeah.
Like she started throwing hands back. But so then
I will say kids are weird though. Some kids, I'm not to that extent. I saw that part and I was like, nah, this is clearly something. There are some kids that might somewhat. I think I've joking around with Emiliano and he's flinched and I'm just like, you act like what are you talking about? Like, he gets timeouts. He hates, we have a little timer with like, we just turn it. No timeout. No. Because him standing still for 3 minutes is like the worst thing in the fucking world. Like it's the end of the world.
Yeah, of course he's a little
So he hates it. Right. So I don't know. Sometimes kids can be weird, but to that extent. And then, you know, the other videos, I was just like, nah, there's something right here. Dude.
No, yeah. And so because of that video, a whole bunch of other stuff started coming out where they started doing deep dives. What? Am I having a stroke? They started having deep dives into her TikTok account and they started looking at other videos. Like one of them was like her trying to be relatable. And she was like, yeah, everybody gets stressed out and has a lot going on. And, you know, I haven't had time to clean up these like 19 diapers around the house. And I'm like,
19 diapers?
I'm only being slightly hyperbolic. Right. It was in the teens.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, when I changed my daughter's diaper, the throwing it away part, that was the easiest part. What do you mean?
19 diapers.
Like that's not normal.
Insane, dude.
That's unsanitary.
And she has other kids, right?
I don't know.
Did she have like because I remember seeing a part where she was trying to buy a sweater for him. That's like the biggest one I've seen.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, I don't want to spend $30 on a
it's
sweater.
It's like 3 degrees
and then
outside.
The little kid was like grabbing her brother's blanket. Give him his blanket back. So I think they have other kids. But I'm like, can't you at least give the other, hey, go throw this in the trash? That's what I do with Emiliano. Hey, go throw this in the trash. Okay. And he love it. They love, like,
I mean,
being able to help and do something.
Yeah.
It's a big part of their day.
I mean, even then though, like, I only have the one, so I don't have a little helper when I had Nati.
Right. I mean, you don't.
I'm not throwing a diaper on the floor. Who just like changes up? It's like,
yeah, we'll get to it.
Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And then there was another video where like the dad was eating like some B-dub fries or something, and for people who've been at B-dubs, the fries are mid. And the little kid's going for him, and he's like flicking his hand away.
Yeah.
I'm like, give the boy some fries, bro.
That's crazy. I will say, Ceci hates sharing her food for some reason. So she would much rather buy the Emiliano a full-grown adult man plate.
Yeah.
So that she doesn't share, right? And I'm like, just let him have a fry. No, I bought him a whole plate. I'm like, all right, whatever. But he wants your food, dude. I don't know what to tell you. Kids are weird, but that's insane. Like, to not have the like instinct of like, my kid's hungry, dude. Just let him eat. Like,
dude,
I don't know.
I remember when Nati was younger. I don't know. It was a few years ago. We were coming home from I don't know where. I was starving. I was like, I'm gonna get some Zaxby's. Yeah. We pull up. I'm like, Nati, do you want anything? She's like, no, I'm not hungry, Dad. I'm like, cool. Yeah. I'm gonna get myself something.
Right.
We pull up to the house. I get a wings and things. For people who haven't been to Zaxby's, that's a lot of food.
Yeah,
I get home. She's staring at me, open it, and she's like, can I have some? I'm like, yeah, of course. Yeah. She kills the whole thing. Leaves me one tender.
Yeah.
I was upset. I didn't get mad at her because that's my baby. I'm responsible for that. Like,
dude.
who flicks a
You're like,
child?
at least they ate, dude. I didn't say half the time. I'm like, at least he ate.
Yeah.
I think that's insane, man. I don't know. I've seen the videos, and I told Ceci, like, I haven't seen them in depth. But the ones I've seen, they're really not. They're not great, dude. They're horrible. And I told Ceci, I really hope that it's bullshit. I hope that this lady is just exploiting her. This is horrible, but I hope she's just like, for the Instagram, for the TikTok, I'm going to pretend to be a shitty mom, right? Because some of the stuff they do is very like
over the top.
Yeah. Like not like they bought food and they gave him a salad or something like that, or they didn't want to give him. He was just sitting there, and they didn't want to. And I was like, who does that? And then like when the I can't afford this sweater, and then off camera she's like, give the blanket back to your brother, like this and that, kind of emphasize that the kid's cold. And there's like little things here and there that I'm just like, this seems kind of like maybe a little too. But even then, why would you exploit your child for views? Like, that never ends well, ever, right? Like, every time people end up doing that, it always gets exposed that they were really shitty parents. You know what I mean? Like,
I can see where you're going. Like, it's better to be hated than unrecognized.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Some people don't care. Yeah.
I don't think it's fake, because like, for me, the smoking gun is the flinch, you know? And
I agree. I feel like you can't necessarily fake that.
Yeah.
You know, as a kid, it's too little. They don't.
Yeah, their acting skills are not there. They're not Timothée Chalamet. They don't know.
They're not Dakota Fanning, dude.
I'm saying, bro. I mean, they're not. Selena Gomez was a child actor, right?
I think she was in Barney.
Selena Gomez.
Yeah.
Justin Timberlake.
Yeah, they were on. She was on Barney, I think.
She was on Barney.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure JT was as well.
They were at Mickey Mouse Club, something like that. Yeah, JT. I think. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know.
Selena Gomez.
Yeah, I gotta be honest, dude. With Selena Gomez, Eugenio Derbez, I was a huge fan. I love his movies. I think he's hilarious. Until recently, I found out he's kind of like a boomer mentality, where he kind of like. There's a lot of people that work under him that are young, and they're just like, you have to work for free, like, or for like super long hours. Like, that's what we did when we were younger, and you have to put up with it. That's just the industry. And they're like, no, we're not gonna do that. I'm just gonna go home.
Yeah.
And then he kind of like got mad that like nobody
wants to work
and and everybody's like, bitch, you're a millionaire. Like, what the fuck is your problem? Just because you went through that, you know what I mean? Why would you want to put other people through that? And then people kind of, and then he also. Eugenio Derbez, he was like backing the like conservative president of Mexico, or I don't know if they're conservative. Their elections are weird. They have like 10 parties.
Yeah.
And I never know who's who, right?
I mean, is that weird? That's probably a good thing.
I'm not saying it's weird. I don't mean it's weird. I mean, I just don't know. I don't know who's who. At least, I'm not gonna lie, with a 2-party system, you're like, that one's blue and this one's red.
Yeah.
The other one is like, what do you stand for, and how is it different from those guys over there? You know what I mean? Like,
fair enough, I guess.
But so a lot of people hate him because now he's like, oh, so you're just some rich asshole now. Like
Yeah.
maybe you might have been for the people in the past, but now you're just clearly
Kicking the ladder behind them,
some
man.
rich guy that's out of
Yeah.
touch, doesn't know what's going on. And I love his movies though. I mean, I don't know. I grew up watching his show and this and that. So when I heard him make the references to Selena Gomez about her acting, which I never seen the movie. I didn't even see clips of it. I was just like, off the rip, I was like, what an asshole, dude. I
Yeah.
mean, okay. Mexicans are super prideful, dude. Anytime someone is speaking and it's not perfect Spanish, you're gonna get shit on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you're gonna be the no sabo kid. So that's what I automatically assumed.
He was sitting on his high horse.
Yeah. And then Selena Gomez replied back, and my bad. I tried my best. And then he came back. You know what? I overspoke. My bad. You know, I didn't mean to. It's not that serious, right?
Yeah, it's not that deep.
And then I watched the video. Oh my!
It's
God,
rough. It is
dude.
rough.
¿Conocías un poquito a tu primo o para nada? Hubiéramos podido ir a donde sea. Él nos habría encontrado, nos habría destrozado y dado de comer a los perros.
I don't get, like, did not have a coach, like a vocal coach?
That's what I'm saying. When I saw it, I told Adi, it's a Mexican movie, but I'm saying like if it was like a Puerto Rican thing, I would go live in Puerto Rico for like a year just to pick up the accent. You know, like it's insane.
Did nobody think maybe we should get a accent coach, which is crazy, right? Because she's a Hispanic, but she's not. I mean, she lives in America.
Yeah.
Who knows what? I doubt.
She was on Barney,
yeah,
bro.
I mean, I think she's only half Mexican, right?
I don't know.
And I mean, she was dating Justin Bieber, bro. Like, how much does she?
Real,
how in touch is she with her Hispanic roots? Probably not a lot, you know.
Yeah.
And her accent was.
I thought
crazy. I was like, I don't think she knows what she said. I'm pretty sure she doesn't know what she was saying. You know what I mean? And that's what a lot of people were saying. They're like, "Oh, it's giving on my block. It's giving like,
for real, right?
This and that." Because like, they're like, "Well,
bro,
at least
you
some of
gotta
those
think of
actors
your
weren't
family,
actually Hispanic.
your familia.
Your familia." Yeah, I'm like, it's so cringy, dude.
Yeah.
It's kind of how I felt when I watched Narcos, the original one, which not because of the Spanish accent, but because some of the stuff they were saying is like that is not a phrase in Spanish, right?
Yeah.
Like if I said, I don't know, think of a phrase: 2 peas in a pod. Somos dos. What is that? Chicharos. Dos chicharos in una. And that's not a phrase in Spanish.
Yeah.
But they would say stuff like that all the time. And I'm like, it sounds stupid because we don't really say that. Nobody says it like that. That's an American phrase.
It's an American phrase.
In Spanish. Like Google translated to Spanish.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I didn't like about it. I thought it was kind of silly.
Yeah.
And it gives me those, like, nobody on set spoke Spanish, I'm pretty sure. Like, I don't understand what the hell. Who okayed it?
I'm sure the problem is there's not enough Hispanics in positions of power, like the director and like the lead producers and the writers.
Nobody's in power like that can be like, hold up.
Yeah, like this is weird.
That sounds crazy. We don't say it like that.
Exactly.
I'm not hating on people that don't speak Spanish. You know, I feel like I'm gonna try my best to raise my son to speak English and Spanish, but honestly,
it's tough.
It's tough. I don't see it super sticking. I think if he gets to a point where he understands it but doesn't speak it, I think I would succeed. I have succeeded, right? I'm trying to push it. I'm even now, you know, he's learning words here and there, but like he does have a slight of a speech delay.
Yeah.
And to say that, am I gonna risk him being like ESOL or something like that growing up because I wanted to emphasize this like pride of knowing Spanish? No, I'm not. I'm not gonna hold him back.
Yeah. For those that don't know, when you teach a kid 2 different languages, like when they're growing up and they're learning words, they tend to learn both slowly. Like they don't pick up either language as fast as someone learning one language. It pays off in the end because they learn 2 languages, but it still kind of slows you down.
It slows you down. And it's true. And bilingual babies tend to take longer to speak, right?
I mean, we had Nati in a Hispanic like pre-K thing. Like it was like a program.
Oh yeah.
And she picked up quite a bit. She doesn't remember a word of it now, but she picked up quite a bit. And I don't know, we don't speak Spanish at home. Like every once in a while, like we'll use it, mostly so Nati doesn't understand, you know.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So that is nice. You know, you can weaponize it.
Right.
But
now she's gonna learn out of spite.
Yeah. Well, the other day she told me she's gonna download Google Translate, and I'm just like, who told you about
She's
that?
gonna buy those.
Where'd you learn about this?
Those translator headphones from
Yeah.
TikTok.
Dude, that little kid's a sponge, man. Today
Yeah.
she told me like somebody was the goat, and I was like, what do you know about goat, bro?
What?
But yeah, so I don't know. It's tough because like, yeah, I would like her to know Spanish, but like at the same time, is that the top priority for me? Not necessarily.
No, I definitely get a lot of hate from. I don't want to say hate, but my mom is super emphasis on.
Yeah,
like, he needs to
same.
learn.
Yep.
My family, and I'm like, yeah, I'm teaching him.
Enséñale, pues.
I'm teaching him, right? I'm like, no, but para qué? I'm just gonna send him somewhere with grandma.
Yeah.
That's what grandma's for, right?
Yeah, for real.
He
Drop
come
him
back.
off.
Yeah. But to be honest, it's like, I mean, yeah, it's tough, dude, because I don't speak Spanish very often. I do speak it at home as much as I can when I remember. I teach Emiliano, hey, you're done eating, where's your plate go? And he's like, el lavabo. All right, go. Oh, where's this? And he'll learn, he knows numbers and phrases and words. I'm not sure he 100% understands. He just knows. Like I'm teaching him Mande right now. So like I'm like, hey, he's like, what? I'm like, Mande. He's like, Mande. Like I'm trying to teach him
about that one, man. That's a colonizer's tool.
I don't, man.
It's a colonizer's tool, bro.
I understand. I heard about that, but I ain't hearing no goddamn what. You ain't gonna tell me. You ain't gonna tell me what. You know what I mean?
Not in the colonizer's
yes, sir.
language.
I'm gonna colonize his ass. Right? You better learn some manners, goddamn it. You're right. I did hear about that, about the colonizers using that, whatever. But anyway, everything's got a shitty origin. Literally look up anything, and it's got some horrible, racist, oppressive origin, right? Like probably. Yeah. So that's the topic for another day. But no, I'm trying to teach him phrases and words, and he's picking up on it. He loves it. But again, it's going to be a long time before he can legit,
But the difference is Emiliano isn't starring in a show or movie or whatever the hell that was.
No, I agree.
You know?
I mean, when it just seems some lack of effort.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't understand when you're getting paid millions of dollars or whatever the hell their paycheck is to like.
Yeah.
The only reason probably they hired you, oh, she's a Latina, she's popular, let's put her on there. And then it's hard, man. It's hard because Latinos, like I said, there's so much pride.
Yeah. Switching gears one last time, or maybe second last. I don't know. I have ADHD.
We have a couple more gears.
Yeah. It's like Fast and Furious.
We
just
never run out of gears. We're always in third.
Man.
Going to fourth.
I did want to talk about this TikTok thing going on because I stay on TikTok.
What, the TikTok ban?
No.
Although I feel like that is.
I'm so
their appeal got rejected. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm
I think it's January 18, something like that.
Yeah.
Last day.
Adi and I were talking about that, where it's like, so they're banning TikTok, right? But what's to stop ByteDance from making BitBop?
Tick.
Yeah, and like
Tick,
put it back out. Like, are they just preventing ByteDance from doing business in the U.S. now?
I don't think so. I think what's really dumb is, first of all, I agree. TikTok is, not just TikTok. All social media platforms are way too invasive, man.
Yes.
They don't need to know what you're texting, where you've been, what your search history is, what you've YouTube. Like, they don't need to know all that information, and they have access to it. They have access to all that information, and that's why they know all these super specific ads. Like, you think they're guessing? Like, no, they know what you like.
Yeah,
they have
watching.
a profile on you. You know what I mean? And it's like any application does not need to have that much information on you. I don't give I don't care what kind of ads you're gonna bring me. You know what I mean? Like that's insane. And it is seen kind of silly that they're like, I agree. It is if China's considered not an ally and somewhat of an enemy, them having this much information on the general public of the United States is scary because of it's just like Niantic, right, with Pokemon. Like what they can do with information, especially with AI now, is insane. One example is when there was a whistleblower for I forgot what Chinese company, and he went to a journalist and they were trying to find out who it was. And you know how they found out?
Oh yeah, they checked
the journalist had the app on their phone, and they
were trying to look at the location.
They tracked the journalist to a cafe. and they saw which employee was at that cafe at that time.
Yep.
And that's how they found out who the whistleblower was. And I'm like, that is not okay.
Some big brother shit.
That is some big brother shit. Why is it okay when a corporation does it? I mean, not okay when the government does it, but it's okay when the corporation does it. Like, that's not okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't disagree with you. And again, I don't disagree that it is dangerous for China to have this information, which again, ByteDance isn't like associated with the Chinese government, but with the way things work over there.
Yeah, with the way the Chinese government, they essentially
take a strong arm a company. They have give us your stuff.
I follow sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. I just want to state I do follow a Chinese TikToker from Hong Kong who lives in the US now, and all he talks about is how life is over there.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, when a company performs any action, specifically when the government makes a request to a company, they have to comply.
Yeah,
they have there's no exception, there's no fighting back. There's no Apple trying to unlock phones for the federal government, the FBI. They have to comply, right? Like, you have to give us that data. And that's what people don't like, right?
Yeah.
But sorry.
But that's what I think that is dangerous, but also what the hell is the difference between TikTok having this information and like Meta? Because like, yes, again, TikTok, the CCP could come in and be like, yo, give me that info. But they could do the same thing to Meta. The only difference is like Meta's like, cool, give me a milli. And they're like, all right, here you go. And it's transaction.
It's almost worse.
Yeah.
Because now it's like to the highest bidder.
Exactly.
Right? Like, and that's, I agree completely. I feel like a real answer, right, to the situation is limit how much applications in general.
Yeah.
Because it's not just TikTok. It's Instagram. It's Facebook. It's Meta. It's Twitter. They're collecting so much.
You said 3 different names for the same company.
Right. Meta, Facebook, Instagram. They're all owned by the Zuck.
The Zuck. The big Zuck.
But yeah, I think they don't need access to all this information. You know what I mean? The government should step in and limit what they can take. And they won't, because they're doing the exact same thing the Chinese company CCP is doing. If they need some kind of information, they will reach out, and more than likely, you have protections, right? You have the right to not self-incriminate, and you have the right to privacy. If you have like in a lockbox in your house a note confessing to a murder, they don't have permission to take it. There's no you have a right to your privacy, right? Your whatever, right? But when you use a third-party app, when you store that on a cloud, you give that right up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Any data, any text messages, any power usage, Wi-Fi usage just goes through a separate company that stores it somewhere else. Then they have access to it. You know, all they have to do is subpoena it or request it.
To me, they're using TikTok as a scapegoat, because let's be real, like you said, all these companies are doing the same thing and whatever, but let's be real. The reason they're not going after Meta, the reason they're not going after the Musk and X or Twitter or whatever the hell, is because they're paying them. You know?
I mean,
lobbyists, blah blah blah. You know, Meta's probably just pissed off because like, oh, all the young kids like TikTok more, instead of like being better and innovating. Let's just kick them out, bro.
Again,
capitalism.
Where's that free market, bro?
I'm saying
that doesn't make any sense. I agree. I think it's insane. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like, you would solve this problem like easily by just restricting the access to what applications are allowed.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And them not doing that, not even considering that. It's telling me like, okay,
we know what
it's really not about the CCP.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it is scary, man. Like, the amount of information, AI has really changed how data is collected.
Yep.
It's even to the point now where if you have the right system in the house with all these IoTs, information of things like the smart watches,
the Internet of Things.
Internet of Things, yes. Your toaster, your fridge, your ring. If with the right signals, you know, there's some devices that can take the Wi-Fi and actually map out your house.
Yeah.
You know, and see if you're home or not.
Yeah. My Roomba does that.
Yeah.
Which At first, I was like, "That's cool." Then I was like, "Wait,
Why the
that's
fuck
not
does
good."
Roomba know if I'm
Yeah.
home or not?
Yeah.
Because what does that mean? I mean, people are hijacking Kias with the freaking little dolphin.
Yeah,
Like,
for
what does that
real.
mean for your house? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it's insane how 10 years ago we were arguing about the Patriot Act and whether or not safety over security was I mean, not safety, privacy over security,
Security,
something like that.
Yeah.
Was like the biggest issue in the world, and now we're willingly giving
Giving it all up.
for slight
Entertainment.
convenience.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, people really need to consider what's worth and where, you know. And
Exactly.
you know, this is getting very political because now like we're going back to Congress is just they don't understand how half this shit works.
True.
But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I know that was a little longer than usual, but we had a lot to say.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I had fun.
Yeah,
you know?
it's great.
Yeah.
It's a little late because we're trying to set up the new studio and
Yeah. Technical difficulties.
Difficulty after difficulty. It can only go up from here. I think. So,
but every time we thought about, let's just call it. We were like, but the viewers,
but they need us.
They need us.
We have to get our opinion out there.
Exactly.
It's just a must. Yes.
Also, quick, I guess, spoiler alert / plug. We have decided next after this one will be our Avatar episode that we promised for so long.
Keep an eye out for that, you guys. That's not going to be an podcast episode. We're going to do a separate playlist for that. So we might get 2 episode drops for next week.
Double the dose.
Double the dads. I mean, it's exactly what we're looking for. See, this is why I need this, man. I don't do words anymore. Ever since I had COVID, dude, I can't speak. I feel very stupid. That's why this guy's here. Right? He keeps me straight.
Yeah, the puns that keep him coming.
I mean, god dang. But yeah, seriously, episodes is coming soon. It's gonna be on a separate playlist. Yep. We're hoping to drop that maybe once a month. You know, on different formats, different concepts, and that's gonna be not podcast. It's gonna be just a different show.
Shooting the shit, you know.
Yeah, just having fun. I'll keep it out for that, and then let's see what else we come up with.
Yeah, for sure. But again, thank you guys for all the support. It really means a lot. Good comments, constructive criticism, whatever. We just appreciate you guys being here with us. So much love as always. Like, subscribe to keep the music alive.
Peace. This is where the music starts playing.